Hello, wild ones. I can't believe I'm at the finish line of these these binders have been hours of sewing, but totally worth it. I'm super excited about the result and how they look. With our tradition of Santa Claus and me being Santa the last few years, it has just been really opened up laughter and some really fun adventures around getting that photo taken. Okay, let's sew these together. As you can see, they're overlapped. I kind of like to overlap them so I can do, they're overlapped about that much. I like to be able to do a little box rather than just one line. I think it just fully secures it. And sometimes I'll go from the front and sometimes I'll go from the back. For this piece, because this is going to wrap around and integrate with both covers, I'm just going to do a box here and a box here, and I'll probably do this box from this side. Anywhere I can see the most to be able to do it. And you could do zigzag, you could do straight stitch. I think for this I'm going to do straight stitch just because when you're doing the box sewing, it kind of, I just like it to go fast, so I like to straight stitch. It's funny because this piece I started on a new machine to me, Carol's machine. So it has red thread, and I think the whole rest of it is green thread, also from Carol's Supply. So in many ways, when I bring new supply into the studio, sometimes it feels very serendipitous because I was pretty much out of red and green thread, and having like a new supply of thread just show up really helped me out, and it was great. So all the thread in this project, which I've already gone through 3 spools, little spools, but spools nonetheless, are from Carol. Sometimes I like to kind of go directly over the edge too to really secure it, so I will tend to do that. So I'm going to reverse and go fully off the edge of this piece. I'm going to throw in. Because of the like sketchy quality of these pieces, it really, I think, just adds to the look for it to be heavily stitched. And these guys are all like one piece now. Okay, this is a little template I made of a binder cover for soft binder. And I've got my sister-in-law's pieces ready to go. So this is the spine. I don't know if you can tell that's folded there. And then the back and the front would be the same. So that's the spine layout. And I have it so you could do it in 2 layers or in 1. And then her colors are much quieter than my colors. So this is laid out more like a template where it's 8 by 6 squares, 2 of those. So I'm going to do that one and maybe that one. And then a 2.5 by 6. Maybe that. And then a 5 by 7. She loves birds, so I think that's a good start. Maybe, and then I'm just gonna follow this same pattern on this side. So one, I'm not sure you can see that. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And I made it so you could have a like extra little bit if you wanted to, but this is the layout for hers, and it's more of like a puzzle piece. Like it all goes together, and you could just make a bunch of these components and these components to kind of marry with each other. But I'm not sure this one fits. I think I might need to make one more in the more muted tones for her and use this. So I'm just going to run a stitch around and then be able to turn them inside out. So I'm going to start down a little ways from the fold. And just go around and then turn them out. I'm going to batch sew this with the other side. Okay, I'm just doing like a fit check for this. I'm pretty sure I sewed these without any seam allowance. I cut them a little too tight to the piece. So it is very tight getting in there, but it does work. So I just need to stay right on the edge of these pieces. And then what I'm gonna do first before I sew these in, so now that I know they're gonna work, they're just gonna be really tight. I think I actually really like them not loosey-goosey because there's not enough going on here. I say that and I'm like laughing. But I'm gonna add some flags, for lack of a better word, to kind of go all the way, not all the way around, but some of the way around. Ooh, I really like this one. It's super unique. Maybe that one gets to go there. And I think I'm gonna leave them all on the top and the side because I think this is just enough on the bottom, and the bottom's, oh, you can't even see the bottom, but the bottom's pretty straight, and it's most likely where it's going to get more wear. Okay. Let's sew through these. Okay, it's all put together. It definitely needs a little bit of hand sewing on it. I'm going to hand sew on those flaps. But let's give it a try. Oh yeah, that is just like a super, not super, super tight, but definitely a nice fit. So this is I'm just gonna pin it down for now. I'm just gonna do this by hand because it just seemed like a little bit easier procedure. And then I was worried about right here. You can definitely see the binder, but I don't think it is super distracting. So a bunch of bent pins lately. So I don't think that's super distracting. I'm not super worried about it. A lot of the finishing work is kind of walking around with your fingers and just finding all those loose threads. And of course, with this much sewing on a project, you are going to have quite a bit of those. And I do have a lot of raw edges, so I might have to go through and just trim raw edges too, but I kind of love the way this looks. This isn't going to take a lot of heavy use. This is once a year, comes out for a season. But gosh, I really like it. And I do have a magnetic button. I might just add that for the closure. But man, I really like it. I am super happy with how it turned out, and texturally it's just delightful to hold on to. Yeah, it's just great. Let's find a cute picture of Jack. Oh my gosh, there's the little baby, so cute. And I'm just gonna show this off.